and welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi, and we have a lot of exciting things coming up right here at Parx Racing. We're going to have Belmont Day right here at Parx, so come out and join us. Gates open at 10, free family fun. The Basset Hounds will be on the track running. It'll be Bark at the Park. We always enjoy when they come. DJ Tonka, live horse racing, and of course it's going to be capped off with the Belmont Stakes that will be held at Saratoga on the big screen. But a really fun day at Parx, ringing the third jewel of the Triple Crown with us.
It's a week from today, and the Belmont Stakes card will be as good as any card you see all year long, with the exception of Breeders' Cup Saturday. It will be awesome beyond just the Belmont Stakes itself.
All right, well, they didn't draw yet, but
No.
what probables could we see? We know the Kentucky Derby winner, Golden Tempo, is going to come back. Chief Wallaby for Belmont. Who else?
Renegade, second in the Derby. Chief Wallaby, you just mentioned, fourth. We have the Louisiana Derby winner. He'll be back. Ran an okay race, I thought, in the Derby. Also, I watched the Derby again this morning, Dani. I thought Commandment ran better than it looks, the Florida Derby winner.
Me too.
He'll be back. We'll get the first two from the Peter Pan. Looks like nothing out of the Preakness at the moment. There was some talk of Chip Honcho, but now he's not going. So it looks like at the moment now, a field of about 10 for the Belmont Stakes at a mile and a quarter again, remember, at Saratoga, before we go back to Belmont Park and back to the mile and a half in 2027.
Well, it's going to be an exciting race, and we're really looking forward to all the undercard stakes races, too. We're going to see some just really top contenders running.
Yes, we will.
For some big money. Well, our Pennsylvania legislators came out to Parx Racing to get a tour of the backstretch and get a really good feel of what we do right here on the backside. There's a lot of jobs, there's a lot of moving parts, and it was a great tour that our PTHA board took on to show, why they need to fight for us in Harrisburg and why this is so important to the Commonwealth of PA.
Absolutely, and a bunch of legislators were here. I saw some pictures, man. It was like a whole crew. They got off a bus, it looked like. It was the legislators.
Yeah, we went to John Surface's barn and Kate DeMassey's barn, and they got to watch morning training. Here's more on the tour with the legislators.
We're having a great day here today. It's important to make sure that the legislators understand what actually goes on here at the racetrack, and it all starts in the breeding end of it. When you look at it, the jobs across Pennsylvania not only are with the racetracks and the surrounding area of the racetracks, but also across Pennsylvania.
Each groom takes care of 5 horses. Most of these guys are here. Most of these guys are here at 4:30 in the morning. They work their butts off, and they don't do it for the money. They do it for the love of the horse.
How great is it to show the legislators up close your barn and take them a good inside look at horse racing on the backside?
I think it's wonderful. I appreciate them coming and taking an interest, and hopefully it'll trickle back to Harrisburg so people understand how much work and how much effort goes in, how many people are employed, and how much agricultural money comes through the racetrack.
You've been on our board for many years, and you've been a great spokesman for Pennsylvania horse racing, but talk about just how many of our horsemen here have homes and kids go to school and pay taxes, and just the big community.
Oh, I would say probably 80% of the trainers here either live in Bensalem or very close. The fact that we race year-round gives us the opportunity to put our kids into school here, not have to move from track to track like a lot of other places do. And, I've called this home for 40-some years. With the yearling sales, we buy these horses. They've never had a saddle on them. We basically buy them off of looks and confirmation. And, you look for that athlete.
By the time you take into account not only the workers here in the barn, but also around supporting it and on the front stretch, you're over 1,000 workers. I mean, that's a lot of employees. And we talked about not only, so it's 365, it's year-round racing, which it doesn't happen very often. And on top of that, we talk about health benefits and charities and support that we have, plus the program for Turning for Home. It's an amazing setup, and we owe a lot to the legislators for being so supportive of us and understanding it. And they're busy with the budget. This is budget season, but they made the time to come out here today, and we're exceptionally grateful for their willingness to come and share their thoughts on how we can all make it better.
Our industry is so tied together with what goes on in Harrisburg. The breeding operation, the green space, all of that is so tied in. And as far as even just as simple as growing the hay and the straw and the feed, and all of the people who are delivering that, and the horse trailers that are getting built. So many of these things that you don't even realize you're touching. And if our industry wasn't here, I mean, there'd be a lot of people out of work. So we're way bigger than people think.
I've had a wonderful tour today. I was mentioning to a couple folks, I grew up in Bucks County and the track has been here my whole life. And so really to see the back end of how everything works and how big it is, it's really been so interesting to me. But I also love the fact that I'm really learning about the history and something that's been a part of our community for so long.
It's a great place for families because kids can run around, they can see the horses. I learned today the amount of money that goes into the economy, and that, to me, that's the most important thing, to keep people employed and being able to have a good quality of life.
I didn't realize how extensive of an operation it is, how many horses are here. I think it's something like 1,200 horses are being trained here every single day. That's a huge impact on our local economy, but more importantly, these are great, beautiful animals right in our own backyard.
Everything that you're seeing around you here, seeing the horses, the trainers, the farrier, the dentist, the veterinarians that work here, it's an amazing experience to see what goes into this industry. I mean, it's not just what you see on TV when you watch a race. You see everything involved, from agriculture all the way to veterinary science and everything in between. The economic impact is huge to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
It's important to let them see what we do. You know, a lot of people watch horse racing, they see the horses cross the wire, but as you know, as Bruce knows, there's so much that goes into it. It's really a family back here, it's a village, it's a community. So to let the legislators see what we do day in and day out, it's really important, because when bills come across their desk, when opportunities come across their desk, we need them to be pro-racing, pro-thoroughbred, pro-equine. So to show them that, it puts faces to what they're voting on, it puts a perspective to what they're thinking, and it's just, we could not do more of this. I know we do a lot of events throughout the year. We're very proud of all the events we do, but this is something that it's not just for today or tomorrow. This is for years down the road. So we could not express that more, to tell our stories, to be the soundboard for horsemen at Parx throughout the Commonwealth, and just a really good turnout today, and could not be more excited to take this and just keep building upon it.
As you can see, it was a great tour, and the legislators, you could tell they were really impressed with the economic impact that horse racing has, not just here at the track, but all the branches into agriculture, the open green space. I mean, it just is just a huge thriving industry in our state.
No question. And look, the legislator back in 2004, all the legislators, they passed that slots bill. Dani, and it's been a run here at Parx ever since.
It certainly has. Well, we're going to head to our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Jamie Ness, who got that exciting milestone of 5,000 win. We're going to tell you all about that, plus some local racing from Parx when we come back.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you win. This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
We've got your new Ford right here at Chapman Ford of Horsham. Looking for a new Bronco Sport? We've got them. Maybe a new Escape? Got plenty. Want a new Explorer? We have them too. Maybe you have your eye on a new F-150. Huge selection for you. If it's a new Bronco you've wanted, you are in luck. How about an EV? The Mach-E and F-150 Lightning are both in stock. And with great lease terms and low APR financing available, we can help you get the new Ford you want. Chapman Ford of Horsham.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Go Racing. Well, not many thoroughbred trainers have 5,000 wins, but one based here at Parx did it last week in a very exciting 2 minutes.
No question, Jamie Ness is now 9th all time, and the 9th one to get to 5,000 wins. It's an amazing list. I mean, Steve Asmussen is not going to get caught because he's still winning 300 or 400 races a year, and he's at 11,000 and change. But just to get to 5,000, when you think about the names on that list, King Leatherberry, of course, who had Ben Scat here, our own Scott Lake, another Parx, Jack Van Berg, who won the Derby and the Preakness way back in the day, and Bill Mott, who won the Derby and the Belmont last year, Todd Pletcher. It's an amazing list. And the trainer just behind Jamie Ness, who didn't quite get to 5,000, is Wayne Lucas. That tells you how hard it is to get to 5,000. We caught up with Jamie to talk about the newest milestone in an amazing career.
Jamie, last week, 6 in one day. The 5th one was win number 5,000. What was that day like for you?
It was a little chaotic because, we were getting close. There's a countdown, but obviously we don't think we're going to win the 6 in a day, and it happened so fast. And then when we were 2 away, we had 2 horses in the gates, both favorites, but you still got to win. And delay at Delaware, horse flipped over in the gates. Delay here, geese on the track. So it was, I was like, well, it'd be cool if they both won, but what are the chances of that? And then the horse won here at Parx, and then I watched the race and I won at Delaware. So it was pretty cool.
Literally 2 minutes apart, 49.99 to 5,000. How crazy was that?
Yeah. It was a lot quicker than my first win. It took me like 6 months, I think, for my first win. So I started training, but it was fun. It was everybody was watching. It was stressful, really. It really was stressful, And of course, they both had to win, but they're both in good spots, and they did. So, and then the next race we won 5,001. So everything's over. We're on to 6.
Speaking of that, when you see the names on the list, now you're 8th or 9th on the list. When you see names like Mott and Fletcher and Asmussen, what are you thinking?
I guess it's kind of surreal. I kind of think, why me? But it's just a long job. We've been doing this a long time, and we've been at a pretty good level a long time. So that's what I'm most proud of, our consistency. Year in, year out, we run the same kind of numbers, 25% wins, 60% in the money, and that's a staple for us, and I hope to continue that.
And just a huge accomplishment for Jamie and his team. And, it was cool. He got a little emotional. Of course, his girls, his 2 daughters and his wife Mandy weren't here, and they just share all this together as a family. So he was excited to go home and celebrate with them. But he still has the pedal to the metal to get that next 1,000.
He was wild talking about it, Danny. And you think about it, 1,700 wins the last 5 years, right? And he keeps up that pace. He's going to be closing on 3rd all time. That's Jerry Hollendorfer. He's got a ways to go, obviously, but man, he just gets it done. I wrote about it, obviously, this week on letsgoracingparks.com, just to talk about the whole breadth of his whole career. And as he talked about to you, it took him, felt like forever to win his first race. Well, it doesn't take him long now. In fact, the last 2, we talked about it last week, he won them in 2 minutes. One here at Parx, then the next one goes off 10 seconds later at Delaware, and he wins again to go from 4,999 to 5,000, just like that.
And it's really cool to see his whole infrastructure here. And he doesn't show a lot of emotion often, but when he does, and it's just so great. So congratulations to him.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's get to some local racing from Parx. This is our Parx picks, Monday's 8th race. Your pick scratched,
Yes,
dude. Mine was Lasso.
Yes.
Post-time favorite. They're going to go 6.5 furlongs.
They are going to go 6.5 furlongs. And this is not how I saw this race playing out, but we'll see how it did play out. Here it is.
Vautressant loose on the lead. Lasso trying to close that gap. He's being asked for more. He's in second. Mac Daddy 2. Then it's Grandma Llama Ding Dong on the outside. Soar Richard just about 3 or 4 lengths covers the field tip to tail. And a Vautressant, he has the lead. He opens up again. A little bit of a cat and mouse game as they head around the far turn. Grandma Llama Ding Dong, he's into second. Mac Daddy 2. Lasso, he's right in the thick of things. Top of the stretch, a Vautressant trying to give them the slip. He has the lead. Mac Daddy 2 continues to chase. 46-2 for the half. Vautressant with the lead. Lasso found his stride late. He's coming down the center of the track trying to catch a Vautressant.
All right, well, this isn't the way DJ and I saw it, but this is DJ's favorite way to win a race.
Yes.
Loose on the lead of Vautressant, and he looked great. If I would have been able to make my pick when the horses were in the paddock, I would have picked him because he looked awesome. Kendry Rivera was on fire that day. He got 3 wins. We'll talk about him later in the show. But this really nice son of Stay Thirsty, it was his day.
I love loose in the lead. It took me like 5 years in the game before I realized every horse that won didn't have to be loose in the lead. Now I understand that, but I still like loose.
And I'll have to say my pick Lasso, a good rally for second, but Vautressant was not stopping.
No.
Let's go to Tuesday's 8th race. This is a Pennsylvania-bred first-level allowance race. $41,000 for some nice fillies and mares. The favorite is Rock Me Gently.
Yeah, Rock Me Gently, and they're looking for a hot pace here. At least somebody is. Maybe even the horse that wins the race for our man Richie Vega, possibly?
Shubigale, second choice, looking for a pace. Here we go.
They head towards the far turn. Peaceful, easy feeling. She's in the clear, but she is chased by Rock Me Gently. Maximus Angelicus is into that third spot. Imperio Azteca has lost a bit of ground. She's fourth, and it's Western Woman and Ava 2. Those two moving in tandem. Shubigale, Jump a Fox still at the back. Rock Me Gently takes the first swing at Peaceful, Easy Feeling as they head around the far turn. Maximus Angelicus, she angles outside for her bid as the half goes in 45-3. Peaceful, Easy Feeling, she fights on valiantly. Rock Me Gently on the far outside. Maximus Angelicus, Ava 2 trying to find her stride late. Peaceful, Easy Feeling, no quit in her. She keeps on fighting. Rock Me Gently puts her nose in front on the far outside. Shubigale, she's on the scene late, charging down the center of the track. Rock Me Gently, here comes Shubigale up in time.
Shubigale got the pace that she needed. Dexter Haddock swung her out, made that big closing kick, and the guys were all excited with Richie Vega. And we talked with Steve Appel in the winner's circle, and he always gets pretty pumped up.
The orthodontist of the stars, my man, Dr. Steve.
Well, that's a tooth-loving horse ownership there.
Yes.
Pearly white and wire to wire. Gotta love it.
Yeah, yes, you do.
All right, let's go to Wednesday's 8th race. This is an allowance race, $50,000 on the line, 6 furlongs for fillies and mares. The favorite is Tavin Pompeo Gomez.
Yeah, bet down pretty hard right at the end, Danny, right down to 8-5 with Alicia Ruiz.
Ernesto Padilla Preciado sends out What a World, second choice.
And he is on a bit of a run here.
Oh, yeah.
My man, Cheeto.
Little Cocoa Bean sizzles through the far turn to the outside. Icona Mama, misspent. What a world. She's beginning to get in gear. She's in fourth and gaining. Honorable Win and Tavin, those two are at the back. And Little Cocoa Bean has been quick so far. She takes them through the far turn, a quarter mile to go. On the outside, Icona Mama has her sights set on hers. The half, 45 flat. Little Cocoa Bean trying to take them all the way. Icona Mama to the outside. What a World has found her stride. Icona Mama up to challenge Little Cocoa Bean, and she goes right by. Icona Mama now has the advantage with the 16th left. Icona Mama.
And Icona Mama back to her winning ways. She was so exciting for Flint Stites as a 2-year-old. You know, had some tough competition last year, but Michael Sanchez chased really nicely and pounced when he needed to. But Flint Stites, just really respect him. He's based out of Penn National, does a great job with his horses.
Yeah, second race off a layoff. They found the right spot, and obviously she came back to her very best form.
All right, time for some national races. We're going to go out to California, Santa Anita, the Grade 1 Shoemaker Mile, $300,000 on the turf, and the favorite is Formidable Man, my man Michael McCarthy.
Yeah, last seen a great second to a notable speech in the Breeders' Cup Mile, and Michael said he was a little concerned he might be a work short. When your horse is that good, the trainer's this good, you're never sure. Watch out for Formidable Man. He's the 2.
Mi Hermano Ramon has taken the lead in the Shoemaker Mile. Mi Hermano Ramon turns for home, running a big race. Formidable Man takes a shot at him on the outside. In between them, Genius Jimmy, SEAL Team running a big race. Almendaris from behind. Formidable Man struts his stuff and takes the lead. Almendaris coming with a late run. Formidable Man, a Grade 1 winner at ages 3.
Flavian Pratt wins aboard Formidable Man, and he was busy out there taking win photos, but Formidable Man by City of Light, a full circle moment for Michael McCarthy. He trained the daddy.
Yeah, City of Light was Michael's first big horse. Of course, won the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, and then he won the Pegasus. And Formidable Man is a serious racehorse. This is now a Grade 1 win at 3, 4, and 5 for Formidable Man.
Good training job by Michael McCarthy. Well, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we have a great race for you locally. Coach Bennett's going to try to break his maiden, a meaningful horse there for the Bennett family. That story plus much more on Let's Go Racing.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
This is Parx.
This is how you all night 360 hit me. Now we're going all in. I can feel it calling. The
crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Go Racing. Well, LC Racing is a big owner here, and we love Glenn Bennett, and they are rooting on their namesake, Coach Bennett, named after their dad. He ran on Monday's first race on the Memorial Day card. He's trying to break his maiden in his 4th start. He's got a lot of talent. He's a little bit of a quirky horse, but named after Glenn's dad.
He dominates this race, going to end up winning by 5 lengths, get a 70 buyer. And yes, Coach Bennett was the longtime baseball coach at Villanova. Glenn's mom and dad were with him in the winner's circle, and here's Glenn and trainer Butch Reed.
Glenn, you've had a lot of cool wins in your life. To have a win with a horse named after your dad, what does that mean?
Oh, that's the best. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and hopefully we get some more out of him. He's a little bit of a knucklehead, but he's got a little bit of talent too, so hoping for the best. But yeah, it's great to be here with Dad and Mom.
And for the people that don't know, your dad was a longtime baseball coach at Villanova, thus Coach Bennett. When did you decide to name a horse after your dad?
Oh, right from the beginning, like 13 years ago. So this is the second Coach Bennett after the statute of limitations or whatever ran out, So hopefully he'll do a little better than the first one did.
But you've won a lot of races for Glenn. To win a race with a horse named after the coach, what is that like?
It's just amazing. I wasn't sure what happened. This is about the 3rd Coach Bennett I think we've had. And it's been a little bit of a bad luck name, but finally see him come through and have the coach be here is really rewarding.
You obviously thought something of him. You had him in against winners early on. What kind of talent does this horse have if he can start behaving?
Yeah, well, that's the whole key to him, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and get those races under his belt. Just to get, I knew he was going to take a couple starts to get to his best, and it looks like it's paid off a little bit. He's really coming along. The horse has a world of talent. Just got to mentally get himself in the right place.
Great for Glenn to get that moment with his parents. They had a fun day here at the races. They were all smiles. They got a big picture with Coach Bennett's name on it. So all more than up for Coach Bennett and the real Coach Bennett.
I was impressed. Look, each race has gotten a little better.
Absolutely. Butch said this horse was going to take some time, and he certainly
is. Down the road.
Now let's turn our attention to this week's Jockey of the Week here at Parx Racing. Congratulations to apprentice jockey Kendry Rivera on being named this week's Jockey of the Week at Parx Racing. Kendry put on a dazzling performance with an impressive 3-win day right here at Parx, showcasing talent, determination, and a bright future. Jockey of the Week is sponsored by Novacare. All right, let's see who got this week's Trainer of the Week honors at Parx Racing. It's one we celebrate with a big milestone. Congratulations to Jamie Ness, this week's Trainer of the Week. Jamie reached an incredible milestone with his 5,000 career victory. Remarkable achievement and success in the racing industry. Trainer of the Week is sponsored by the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Congratulations, Jamie. All right, it's time for another Turning for Home family photo. This is Anna Rocks, retired from Roberto Perez's barn, and this athletic mare is jumping, doing all the amazing things. Thank you to our Turning for Home partner firm, Optimum Time, Mega Meter. They did a great job with her. All right, let's get to this week's PTHA Trophy race and best of the rest. It was Tuesday's 6th race. Maiden claiming horses going 5.5 furlongs. Who's going to break their maiden?
And if you like horses coming from way back, check out Supernova Dream Danny at 15-1 for Lou Linder, who's going to roll right by this whole field, win by almost 3 lengths at the wire. 15-1. Did you have this one?
I didn't, but it's been a pretty consistent colt.
Yeah.
You could probably make a case for it, but Francisco Martinez gave him a great closing ride, and I caught up with the winning trainer, Lou Linder, after the race.
Supernova Dream went off at 15-1, but he's been very consistent. What was the trick today?
I don't know. Francisco said he was very professional in the post parade today, which he had been wild, so maybe the light's finally going on for him.
How are you going to celebrate tonight?
Drink.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'll have ice cream, you have the wine, and we'll be a good pair.
There you go. Nothing to it.
Congratulations, Lou and the team. And we're going to head to our final break. When we come back, we have Ion Racing, Parx Picks, and what's coming up next at Parx, right here on Let's Go Racing.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll. This is how it goes. This is how you pop. This is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you win. This is how you excite. This is how you all night. 360 hit me. Now we're going all in. I can feel it calling. The crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
The Pennsylvania breeding program is the best program in the country. The Stallion Awards, the owner bonuses, also the restricted races and the stakes races for Pennsylvania breds. This year, 8 breeders are on track to earn over $200,000 in Breeders' Awards, and 2 could hit the $1 million mark. We have the best program in the country. Take advantage of the fantastic program that we have. Learn more at pabred.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here on Let's Go Racing, and we're going to tell you what is going on around the country. This is Ion Racing. So lots of big races, and right down at Delaware Park, we're going to have a couple horses in the Rehoboth.
Who you got?
We got Carmelina for Butch Reed. We got Mega Mill for John Service. So they'll kick off their stakes action. And what's going on at the Jersey Shore?
Yeah, we got the Jersey Derby, a couple horse stakes at Monmouth Park, and also this is Stephen Foster Preview Day at Churchill Downs. Obviously, the Foster, they've raised the purse to $2 million because we're talking like all the heavyweights are coming down there. The Aristides today. Madhouse, the Gallant Bob winner, and also he's going up against Cornucopian. And Danny, do you know who Aristides is?
He was a Greek god.
He was also the first ever Kentucky Derby.
Yes. I've seen the old paintings. Well, speaking of Churchill Downs, there was a really impressive performance by a 2-year-old that you guys all have to watch out for. This is Hey Tough Guy. He ran on Monday's Memorial Day's second race, 2-year-old for Brian Lynch. And this guy is going places by Life is Good.
Yeah, first crop, Life is Good. Life is Good has already had 3 first-time starter winners. There was never any doubt he was going to be a great sire. And we're waiting on the flight lines. If you remember the last race, they ran against each other. Flight line crushed Life is Good and everything else. Flight line should be appearing on the track soon.
Well, there's one to look out for, Power Line by Flight Line. Really excited. It's going to be the Flight Line progeny versus Life is Good. Let's go. All right, time for Parks Picks. We look ahead to Monday's 6th race. Optional claiming 6.5 furlongs. I'll kick it off. I'm going to go with Huggy. Look, this became a pretty consistent horse for Butch Reed. This is first off the claim for Esteban Padilla. And I just think this horse really suits 6.5 furlongs. I like the post. I like the jockey. I like myself getting a win.
There you go. It's an interesting condition. It's never won 3 life, Danny, or 16,000. Nobody went in for the 16, so it's all 3 life race. I like Sam's After Party. Put a line through the last race. Totally just whatever could go wrong did go wrong. Hugo Padilla is having himself a year, and I think you're going to get a good price on this horse. Sam's After Party for me.
So it's the Padilla brothers going against each other, right. Esteban and Hugo.
And it's also,
let's go.
we're battling it out here.
All right, well, come join us next Saturday, Belmont Stakes Day. We're talking about June 6th. Gates will open up at 10. We'll have family fun in the picnic area. Get your barbecue on. Fun atmosphere. The casino is always a walk away. Watch live racing. Watch the Belmont. It's a lot of fun right here at Parx.
Yeah, and the Belmont card, it will be, as we said, will be awesome.
All right, great show for DJ and I. Thanks for watching us, and we'll see you next time on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Bet Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the gray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the cotillion.